Hey everyone, I'm Cubastic. Today I have another puzzle on my table and it looks really unusual. Puzzles may not only be difficult or simple, but also unusual. This one, for example, looks just like school rulers, you know? And here's a pretty funny task. We need to fit all these rulers inside this field. So let's unpack and take a closer look at this puzzle. I really hope that it will not be as simple as it seems at first glance. But I already like it, because the idea is cool. There are really such corner rulers, corners, I think I'll call them this way. And here they are. There are only 5 of them here, they look like this. And they are real, damn it, they even function, you understand? They are just corners. They have 2 levels, so look. This part with these indicators of centimeters here, it is 1 level lower than the next side, see? And as for now, I cannot figure out how exactly they should be placed. If I'm right, we may put one on another, or somehow they can just lie next to each other. Not sure, but in any case, the task is to fit everything here, and it looks really simple, but the reality is that it's not. There is quite a lot of space, but if we try to put these rulers here right away, then as you can see, nothing will work. If you take a closer look, you can see that obviously a couple of millimeters is missing, see? This is where the ruler just doesn't fit. This will be the difficulty of this puzzle. So let's not waste time then, let's start the timer and begin solving this puzzle. Start, here we go. So maybe we may have to actually calculate something, really using the centimeters. So we will need to look at the specific length and understand what the length of the side of the ruler is, whether it is equal or not. So here, for example, exactly 3 centimeters. Our frame is square, a little less than 8 centimeters. Let's see what we can do about it. We have the big ruler itself, which, as you can see, is not exactly 5 centimeters, but 1 millimeter more. So it's not cut off precisely, and here's another one, the same one, but in a mirrored arrangement. But those that are smaller, those that are 4 centimeters, 1, 2, 3, 4, they all cut to 4 centimeters. This one is also cut at 4 centimeters. It turns out that we have 2 identical rulers of this kind. Are they the same on this side? Yes, 2 are the same here. One of these smaller and 2 are the same but mirrored here. Are they the same? Yes, but mirrored. We should somehow start with this. Naturally, I would like to initially put the longest one. But we can't even put it like that, see? You will say now that it would be so cool that the ruler fit like this. I really want to agree with you, but none of this will fit, just because this one here is too thick. It is more than a centimeter. We measured the thickness here, and it is 1 centimeter and 2 millimeters. And here the distance is clearly less. Listen, it's cool that we can see the centimeters here. Really, 1 millimeter is lacking. Here the length is 1 centimeter and 1 millimeter. And the thickness is 1 centimeter and 2 millimeters. It turns out this is the trick of the puzzle, and even like this it won't fit. Damn. Look, it doesn't even fit here. The nonsense is that there are only 5 rulers here. There are a few of them, but it's not really clear how to place them. Will it fit like this? Damn it! Well, if it would have fit here, it would be just amazing. But there are always a couple of millimeters and they don't let us. This looks good. Look, really, all the rulers seem to be placed right, but this one doesn't fit in any way. You know what's cool here? The fact that you can freely bring it to school, put it right on the desk and solve it right during the lessons. And the teacher will think that this is just an ordinary ruler and will not even tell you anything, won't tell you to remove the extra things from the desk. Just come to school and solve it. That's cool, useful life hack. But the funniest thing here is that 1 millimeter is still missing here. This is the meanest thing I've ever seen in a puzzle. This means that you need to understand that they cannot be located end to end from wall to wall. So in any case, it should be the distance on each side. Here is the distance from this side and from this side, but then it doesn't fit here. Okay, let's just try some other positions of the rulers randomly. Does it fit like that? Yeah, it fits so well. It's so sneaky! Huh, again that goddamn millimeter. It's ironic, by the way, we have a puzzle with the rulers, with the centimeters, calculations, and only 1 millimeter hampers us all the time. Maybe this is an option that they should somehow lie down diagonally. By the way, why not? Let's try to arrange it somehow diagonally, maybe that's how they fit in. Oh, by the way, look, it fits! Now we need to find a way to accommodate everything else. Let's try to find a more or less non-standard solution, as with any puzzle. And for now, you can write in the comments what you think it is. It seems to me that either one or several parts should not lie clearly perpendicular to each other, but diagonally. Perhaps the puzzle here even confuses us with its meaning, because if there is an angle of 90 degrees, it should lie clearly at an angle of 90 degrees. Most likely this is a trick of this puzzle. And no one would even think that you can put rectangular rulers somehow at a different angle. But I just thought, and now let's try to find a solution in this situation. By the way, here is a really good example of the fact that here 3 rulers fit diagonally. Because in a standard position, this ruler no longer fits here. And if we change an angle, then it fits in here. This means that we can already place more elements one after another. And if we try, the rest can also be placed. The bad thing is that when we place them diagonally, we have a lot of free space left, we need to minimize it. So, for example, this one definitely should not be here. What options do we have? We should put it somewhere else. But what if a part still lies at an angle of 90 degrees and the part is placed diagonally? Okay, let's try our good old way. Let's make something similar that looks like a more or less regular shape outside the frame. Four fits easily. Fifth, I don't even know where to place it. By the way guys, in one of my next videos I will try to solve an impossible metal puzzle, so subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications not to miss this. What if it was the right solution? What can I tell you? I've already been sitting here for 15 minutes and so far, besides the fact that I have an idea of how this could be, I have nothing else. Not even a rough solution. I think too much. I just need to act. Well, it fits even this way here, so this suggests that these parts can fit in placing not all of them diagonally, but only some of them, right? These two, for example, and this doesn't fit here, well, yes. What if there must be something more or less symmetrical here? Well, we have symmetrical elements, these two are exactly symmetrical. What if we somehow try to arrange them more or less symmetrically here? And this looks good and even. It won't fit. Damn! Well, everything began so beautifully. Look at this perfection. Like a beautiful Christmas tree. It almost fit. What if you can just change the angle a little? And maybe everything will fit. Look, it seems to me that more or less this is how the correct position should look like. Let's try to fit it inside the frame. entirely like this in one block. It seems to me that at some point it should just fall there, am I right? Or have my plans to solve this puzzle failed here? Oh, again that small millimeter is missing. Let's try to put everything exactly at an angle of 90 degrees except for 2, 3 or maybe 1 piece. It seems to me that some should be even and some diagonally, for example like this. It's been 28, almost 30 minutes now, and I haven't even gotten close to a solution. Now I'm even afraid to breathe. If you listen, you will hear my heart beating with excitement. I am really worried, as if I am neutralizing the mine, you know. I'm afraid to cut the wrong wire, but I'm afraid to put a ruler in there. We obviously need to fill the corners, but we can't fill more than 2 corners. Perhaps they should be diagonally. For example, these are symmetrical, and now I should fill this space with the 3 remaining ones. There may also be such an option, by the way, not bad. Oh, cool! And a little one here. Oh, again, goddamn millimeter! Ugh! How do I solve you? I'm already starting to get nervous. 35 minutes and puzzle is still not solved. Well, just a little bit. Does anyone have scissors? I really want to cut out this millimeter. Uh-huh. 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 And the last one? Come on! Come on! Come on! Yes! I did it! Haha! Damn! How cool it is! 36 minutes and 17 seconds. Whew. It turned out to be much more complicated than I thought. Really? This puzzle looks so simple. Square field, 5 corner rulers, just place them inside. But no. First we went against the rules of this puzzle. Thus, put perpendicular objects not perpendicular. And this gave us the needed result. Well, that's amazing thing. I wish each of you to experience such emotions, so do not hesitate, do not be afraid of the puzzles. Solve as many of them as possible. It's so cool, it's good for your logical way of thinking and it makes your heart freeze in most interesting moments. I am extremely happy that I have such an interesting hobby. If you like these videos, then be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the videos. There will be many more similar and amazing ones. And now, bye everyone and have a good time. That was Cubastic.